Join me as I dive into the mystery and challenge myself to find out what Jesus really looked like. The image of Jesus is one of the most recognizable and iconic in human history, appearing in countless works of art, films, and even advertisements. It's hard to imagine a more ubiquitous figure, and yet, have you ever stopped to think about how we got this image? Is it based on fact, or is it a cultural construct that's been shaped by centuries of artistic interpretation and religious influence? One of the biggest challenges in understanding what Jesus looked like is separating fact from fiction, history from legend. The Bible, our primary source of information, doesn't provide a detailed physical description of Jesus, leaving us to rely on ancient texts, archaeological finds, and the artistic depictions of various cultures and time periods. This is further complicated by the fact that our modern Western understanding of Jesus has been heavily influenced by Renaissance art, which often depicted him as a European-looking man with long hair and a beard. Additionally, the geographical and cultural context of Jesus' time needs to be considered. He was a Middle Eastern Jewish man, living in a time when the Roman Empire was a dominant force. How might these cultural influences have shaped the way Jesus looked, and how have they been lost or distorted over time? Furthermore, artistic representations of Jesus have varied greatly throughout history, reflecting the styles and aesthetics of their respective eras. From the austere, Byzantine mosaics to the ornate, Gothic depictions, each era has left its mark on our collective understanding of Jesus' appearance. Considering these multiple influences, it's no wonder that our understanding of Jesus' appearance has been shaped by a complex interplay of historical, cultural, and artistic factors. So, what can we learn from historical accounts, archaeological findings, and artistic representations to help us better understand what Jesus might have looked like? One fascinating account that sheds light on Jesus' appearance comes from the ancient Jewish historian, Flavius Josephus. In his writings, he describes a Jewish rebel leader who was crucified by the Romans, and his description bears an uncanny resemblance to the story of Jesus. Another intriguing find is the ancient synagogue at Dura Europos, which features a stunning mosaic of a bearded, dark-haired Jesus. Similarly, the earliest known depiction of Jesus, from the 2nd century Christian catacomb in Rome, shows a short-haired, beardless man. The more we delve into the historical records, the more we realize that our modern understanding of Jesus' appearance is just one of many iterations. In fact, some scholars argue that Jesus may have looked more like a typical Middle Eastern Jewish man of his time, with darker skin and curly hair. This challenges our traditional Western image of Jesus, and raises important questions about how our perception of him has been shaped by cultural and artistic influences. The most compelling evidence, however, comes from a modern reconstruction based on historical data. Dr. Joan Taylor, a historian and expert in biblical studies, has conducted extensive research using ancient texts, archaeological finds, and forensic analysis to create a more accurate depiction of Jesus. Her findings suggest that Jesus would have been a dark-skinned, curly-haired man with a strong, rugged build, more resembling a typical Jewish man of his time than the European-looking Jesus we're familiar with. In conclusion, as we've explored the many interpretations and influences that have shaped our understanding of Jesus' appearance, it's clear that the image we have today is far from definitive. Rather, it's a complex tapestry of cultural, historical, and artistic influences that continue to evolve and challenge our perceptions. Thanks for watching, and I'd love to hear from you. How do you envision Jesus? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're interested in exploring more about biblical history and depictions of religious figures, check out this video over here.